Okay, hello everybody. Okay, I'm gonna give this a second to pop up in your news feeds and onto my computer as per usual, and then we will get started. I would also love to see a comment so that I know that comments are working and that I can continue to chat with you. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Brenda. Hi, friends. Okay, this is working. Yay. All right. Hello, Beth. Hi, everybody. So I'm going to give this a few minutes, not few minutes, that seems like a long time. I'm going to give this a few seconds to have this pop up in everybody's news feeds, and then those that want to watch live can do so. Welcome everybody. If you're watching for the first time, please do tell us so we can welcome you. Hello, Alia. Hello, Margaret Ann. Hello, everybody. There's a story behind my earrings, so I'm going to tell you about those. Hello, Rita. Hi, friends. Hey, everyone. Oh, happy Wednesday if you're watching live. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining. And please do comment below and let us know that you're watching the replay. And if you are watching on YouTube, I still love to hear from you. And I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And I put up new content every week, and it's usually crafting related. So if you enjoy crafting videos, then definitely you'll want to subscribe and follow my page. Okay, shall I tell you why I'm wearing these big honkin' earrings on a Wednesday night when I am not going anywhere? So it's National Pink Day today, and I just came upon that by accident actually last night. I was like, Pink Day? How did I not know about this? I should have this as a calendar, a recurring event on my calendar every year, because my favorite color is pink. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't know that today was National Pink Day until late last night. The other thing that I'm disappointed about is that for someone who claims to love pink as their favorite color, I don't own any pink clothing. Like, I own maybe 2 pieces of pink clothing. So as soon as I can get out shopping, I'm gonna be buying some pink clothing because the struggle was real. So anyway, I have these pink earrings, which hopefully will not interfere with my crafting. They are a little, well, they're a little large, maybe a little obnoxious for a Facebook Live, but you know, it's Pink Day and I had to wear something pink. And so here I am with my big honkin' earrings. And hello everyone. Hi, Carol Ann. Hello, Lorraine. Thank you for joining. So let me tell you what we're gonna be doing today, but I'm gonna tell you about a really exciting announcement, and then we're gonna get crafting. So we are going to be playing with the Art in Bloom bundle. This is a really interesting bundle because for the first time ever, Stampin' Up! Has come out with an embossing folder that is called, it's a hybrid embossing folder. This embossing folder cannot actually be purchased separately in the catalog. It can actually only be purchased with the dies that coordinate with this. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to show you some different ways that you can use it, but it's fabulous, and I actually think it's a bit of a hidden gem. So even when I saw it in the catalog, I was like, well, I've got 70 other flower stamp sets. I don't need this one. And then as I started to see samples and saw people using it in different ways, I was like, oh yeah, I need to have it. So now I have it, and we're going to play with it tonight. And of course I'm going to be playing with pink. So we're going to be making a pink card tonight. But what I want to tell you before we, subtle is overrated. Yeah, right? Okay. And I haven't really gone anywhere. So being able to wear big earrings is like not really been an option, because on my Microsoft Teams meetings, I don't think anyone would really be that interested in seeing me in big earrings. So, although when I was leaving my bedroom to come downstairs, my sons were like, "Where are you going? Where are you going, Mom?" Because they haven't seen me probably dress up or wear accessories for, I don't know, a year and a half. Okay, let me tell you about a really, really big thing that's happening tomorrow, June 24th. So if you're watching this later, this might not apply, but if you're watching this on or before June 24th, then this applies. So tomorrow, for one day only, Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping. Okay, this does not come along very often. I would say maybe 2 or 3 times a year in total. And because in Canada we pay 10% on our shipping orders, or on our entire orders, saving 10% is actually huge. So if you're placing a $100 order, obviously you're saving $10. If you're placing a larger order, which I tend to do, you're saving obviously much more. So the more you shop, the more you save. And there's a minimum qualifying amount. So if your order is $65 or more, then you're going to get shipping for free. Okay, so my suggestion would be to, if you have kind of a wish list going, or you know that there are supplies that you need to stock up on, you needed to get more cardstock or adhesive, or there's that bundle that you've had your eye on, or you want to shop the January to June mini catalog, which is actually going to be ending on June 30th. Or if you want to shop our clearance rack or our new catalog or all of the above, it is such a good deal. And I'm actually going to be sweetening the pot. Okay, so I'm actually going to be giving you more value and more stuff for free. So I don't know about you, but I'm a total bargain hunter. If you show me like sale or clearance, anytime I'm online shopping, it's the first tab I click on is the sale or clearance rack or clearance section. So I love getting good value, because then to me, I feel like I can make my buck go farther, right? So tomorrow is free shipping, and I'm going to flip the camera down and I'm going to show you what else I'm going to give you if you do place an order with me using a host code. I will include that host code in the description here. So basically, if you've never shopped online with me before, there will be a link to my online store. You want to just make sure that you see my name at the top. It should say Shopping with Zara Premji. And then you go ahead and you fill your cart with whatever it is that you want. I would say you want to hit the minimum of $65. And then once you do that and you want to go to checkout, you obviously want to make sure that you're still shopping with me. And then there's going to be an alphanumeric code, which I will also include in the description. I think it's 6 or 7 digits. So you enter that in. There's actually a field that says host code. You enter that in, and then you go through the checkout process. And then it sends me an email to let me know that you have actually placed an order using that host code. And then I will go ahead and order your free gifts at the end of the period that this is available for. So this offer is going to end on June 27th, and what you will get from me, and I'll show it to you again when we flip the camera down, is you will actually be getting a package of these soft pastels. This is a new product in our catalog, and there are a total of 8 in here. Okay, so they're like chalk pastels, and you'll get a package of these, which is valued at $12.25. Plus, you will get an exclusive YouTube video where I show you different ways to use the chalk pastels. So if you look at this and you're like, I wouldn't even know what to do with that, so why would I want that for free? Well, I'm going to take care of that for you. So I'm actually going to share with you some ideas and show you how to use it so that you can actually right away start using them on your projects. Okay, so this is a $12.25 value. And then you're also going to get the video, like I said, and you're also going to get some tutorials from me. So tutorials are basically projects that are already created. The photos are taken, there are videos, and then there are supply lists and measurements. And so basically it just takes the guesswork out of actually designing for you. You can basically take those projects and recreate them. So it's a tutorial. So it'll just like you would watch a tutorial on how to use your Instant Pot, or how to change a tire, or how to do anything. It's basically like that. It's going to show you how to make 12 different cards. So I'm going to flip the camera down, and then I will show you a little bit more about the special that I'm offering, and then we're going to get crafting. Okay, so please continue to say hello. I've stopped seeing comments, so I hope that means that it's still working. Good evening, Anne. And you might appreciate my pink earrings. You'll understand why I'm wearing these today. And I was saying that I don't actually have a lot of pink clothing, so earrings it is. So let me flip the camera down and we will get started. All right. I really need like a brightly colored Post-it note on my desk that reminds me to put on my AirPods right before a Facebook Live. Hello, Rita. Okay, so I'm always feeling like I'm always worried you can't hear me, but I'm hoping that you can hear me properly, and I'll try to remember to put on my AirPods in the future. So I'm going to continue looking at comments on my computer here, so please do continue to share your thoughts and ideas and questions and talk to each other and talk to me and all the things. Okay, so tomorrow, June 24th, is free shipping. if you place a minimum of $65 or more, you are not going to pay any shipping. So a $65 order would save you $6.50 in shipping right there. Okay. And normally actually a $65 order, the shipping on that would cost you $9.95 because there's a minimum shipping charge. So they're actually waiving that tomorrow, but it's for 24 hours only. And it starts at 12 a.m. Mountain Time, which Eastern Time is 2 a.m. Okay. So, and if you place the order with me, you are going to get a package of these soft pastels assortment. So you can see the different colors in here. They're gorgeous. And an exclusive video tutorial, as I said, to show you how to use them and show you some different projects where these have been used. You will also get 2 tutorial bundles from me. So this is the All-Star Tutorial Bundle. This is, there are 12 different demonstrators from all over the world, and we create a project each month, and we do a video tutorial, and we take photos, and we provide supply lists and measurements and all the things. So it just makes it super easy for you to recreate the projects or even just get ideas. This is valued at $19.95. I don't have the printout for my other tutorial bundle, but I'm also part of another group called the Creative Stampers Tutorial Bundle. And it's similar, so you get at least 10 different projects. You'll get the PDF with all of the photos, supply lists, measurements, all the things, and that's valued at $22. So the entire value of everything that you're getting for free, if you place your order with me and it's $65 or more, is over $50 in value, okay? So it's a really, really good deal, but you'll definitely want to take advantage of it tomorrow so that you get the free shipping so you save even more, although the deal is available until Sunday. Okay, so let me show you. I have 2 catalogs that I work with, and this is not the one that I wanted to use because I've got this one marked off. So let's take a look at the Art in Bloom bundle. So if you have the annual catalog, then you will want to look on page 116, and the bundle is here. So the entire bundle is $72, which, like I said, if you're purchasing it tomorrow, you're going to save $7.20 on shipping, okay? And this one's a really interesting bundle because it's got a stamp set, which is gorgeous, by the way. Then it has a set of dies that coordinate with it. And it also has an embossing folder that you can only get with this particular bundle. So it's not actually sold separately in the catalog. So let's take a closer look. I will just actually really quickly, while I have the catalog open, the stamp set alone is $35, and I am going to show you a project which only uses the stamp set and doesn't use the dies or the embossing folder, but it's got 2-step stamps. So we've got the flower outline image, and then we've got the second stamp. So this will actually fill in the flowers here, so you don't actually even have to color it if you don't want. Then we've got the leaves. These are also 2-step stamps. We've got these fun little border and background stamps, and then these tiny little flowers. And we've got 4 greetings in here, and the fonts are gorgeous. So this one says, "Never Not Loving You," "You're a Rare Find," "Dear Friend," and "Thanks for Making Me Happy." So again, I always love greetings that will cover you across a variety of different occasions and people. And and the fact that this is floral, it just kind of has my heart. So I love, love, love this bundle. Definitely one that you will find lots of use for. So here's the stamp set. It is photopolymer, and I've taken some of the stamps off, obviously, to prepare for my projects. One of the things that I think is super cool that Stampin' Up! Has done now is they've printed the stamps on the inserts of the stamp case. So what you can do then is you can actually take off your stamps, and you can put this down like that, okay? So you can actually peel them right off and put them right onto your stamp case. And this is going to be really helpful for you to notice if you're missing something, right? So you'll be able to tell if there's a stamp missing that you need to look for, which has happened to me more than once. And then it just kind of keeps it all so organized so things are not flying around, okay? So I'm not going to do the other side, but essentially that's one of the features of the new stamp sets that I really like. Then let's take a look at the dies. So we've got the Bloom dies here, and there are 9 dies. And when you open it up, you'll see that there are these dies that will cut out the floral the flowers, and you can actually do 3 in 1. So you can just do one pass through the cut and emboss machine and it'll cut out all 3 of your flowers. Then we've got these detailed leaves, which will cut out 2 at once, and then we've got the little flowers here, which will do 3 at once. I love every time a set of dies has labels in it that you can use for the greetings, and this one has this kind of like ticket looking die, which you'll get to see close up, and then this long one here that will cut a banner that's long enough for this greeting that says, "Thanks for making me happy." Okay, so I'm going to show you something really quickly. So many of you probably already store your dies this way, but I'm going to just show you my trick for storing my dies. So I buy these magnet sheets from the dollar store near my house. In Canada, we have Dollarama, and I'm not sure if they have that in the States. But I buy these large magnet sheets. They're like photo magnet sheets. And then I measure off how wide this piece of cardboard is. So this is about 5 inches. So I'm going to take my trimmer, if I can get it unstuck from my cord here, and I'm going to cut this. Did I say 5? I think I said 5. And I'm just going to cut that. So now I've got a piece of magnet sheet that is about the same width as this. And then I just basically take my dies off and I place them onto the magnet sheets. Okay, and this is such a good way to store them. I find that this double-sided tape just is awful to work with. And so you can just put them all onto your magnet sheet, and then you will have them, they will stay stuck on here until you need them, and it'll be harder to lose them like this. Okay, so then once you put them on your magnet sheets, everything is stuck down. So that's how easy it is. That's how I store my dies, and I find that that system works really well for me. And as soon as we were allowed to go shopping for non-essential stuff, I went and bought 20 packs of the magnet sheets. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is the embossing folder. So like I said, this can only be purchased as part of the bundle. And this die here will actually fit as part of I'm having word finding difficulties. The embossing folder. This actually fits right in here. So what you can do then is you can actually cut and emboss your flowers all at the same time. It's fabulous. And you can also just emboss your cardstock, which you'll also see. I'm going to be doing both, but it's just a really, really neat concept. And I have a feeling they'll probably come out with more of these types of folders because I think this is going to be wildly popular. So let me show you a few projects that I have done so you can see the possibilities. Okay, so I told you that I would do one card that doesn't actually use the dies at all. So that's this one here. I just took a note card from our note cards and envelopes. So you get a pack of 20, and this is really good for kind of a newer stamper or someone who doesn't have a lot of space for a lot of supplies and tools, or someone who just wants a really quick and easy card. So all I did here was I stamped the outline, and then I stamped the second stamp in fresh freesia ink, and then I just stamped the greeting here that says "You're a rare find," and I just added some of the black matte black dots. Okay, so really, really simple card. And I just stamped the envelope as well I just kind of shifted the stamp because all 3 of the flowers are on the same stamp. So I shifted it. I kind of did get a little bit here. And then I just did the second stamp over it just to have a coordinated look. Okay, so that's what I did with the envelope, and this is just using our note cards. So if you don't have the cut and emboss machine, or you really just don't feel like you just want a quick and easy card, this is definitely a good way to do that. Here's another card that I had done, and on this card I took a full piece of the Pansy Patch Designer Series paper. So on one side we've got all the different pansy patterns, and then on the other side we've got these really cute gingham patterns. So this one here is in fresh freesia, and I cut it to the size of a card base when it's folded so that it would just cover the whole back. So this is actually just a basic white thick card base. And then I took a piece of fresh freesia and I ran it through the cut and emboss machine with the embossing folder. Okay, so with the Bloom Hybrid embossing folder. So I'm going to hold that up close so you can see the depth and the detail of those flowers once they are put through the cut and emboss machine. So because it's a dynamic embossing folder, it's just a really deep emboss, and it's just gorgeous. And then I just die cut this label from basic white cardstock, and I used the greeting that says "Never Not Loving You," and I just used a little bit of the black and white trim and embellished with some matte black dots. So that's a really simple card that you can do, and you can do this in so many different colors and using different patterns, and I just love how simple it is and how nicely it turned out. So that is the other card. And then here's one that I had done, and this one I took inspiration from the catalog. So I'll just show you the card that I looked at in the catalog. So when you look in the top left corner, there's this card here where they've just stamped the dotted background, and then they've cut and stuck on the flowers and done some of the die cut leaves. So that's really all I did here. I just changed up the colors. So I used a pale papaya card base. I stamped the dotted background, and then I stamped the flowers and cut them out, and this is in polished pink. And then I just cut out the little tiny flowers and the die cut leaves in vellum, and then I stamped and die cut the sentiment. All right, so tell me what you guys think about these. There's so many different possibilities with this bundle already, but I'm going to show you another card, and I did promise pink, so that's what we're going to be using. So tell me what you think about these. I hope you like them. And I'll post pictures of these so that you have them as inspiration if you do have this bundle or decide to get it. So here's the card that I'm going to be making tonight. And you guys know that I love pink. You know that I love flowers, and I love black and white. So to me, this was an easy combo to pull together. So let's get started, and I will show you how to make this card. So we are going to start with a polished pink card base, and this measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I've just scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to burnish my card base, and that's just going to sit like that. And then I'm going to take out all my other little pieces and bits, and let's do our stamping. Okay, so we're going to do our stamping first, and then we'll do all our embossing and die cutting after. So I've got my stamps already taken, put on the blocks here. Now I probably should have used my Stamparatus for this, just because, where is it? Maybe I'll grab it 1 second. Yeah, I think that this is probably a better idea. So I'm going to use my Stamparatus here. And the reason that this is a really good one to use is because if oh, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that your magnets, that was really silly of me. Okay. You want to make sure that your magnets, this is kind of a messy grid paper. You want to make sure that your magnets don't get stuck together, because it can pinch your skin really badly, which I was lucky I kind of escaped unscathed there. And also they can get stuck together and then crack. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Janice. I'm glad that there's a huge delay here today, because I'm seeing your comments way after I took the cards away. All right, and I'm going to try and stay on screen because I noticed that I'm moving, I am working a little low. Let me move this actually. Okay. Hopefully that works and that we're positioned well. So I'm just going to take my stamp, and then I'm going to lay that flat here, and I'm going to just pick it up with the clear plate, I guess it is. And I'm just, the way that I'm positioning my papers, I'm just going to line it up at the 1 centimeter mark. I'm using the centimeter side because I have lots of guck on the other side. So I'm just lining that up there, and that way if my paper shifts and I need to stamp it again, then I will know exactly where to line it up. So I usually just take the stamp case and I put it underneath the plate so that it's just a level surface, and then I take my ink and ink it up upside down. Thank you, Sonia. Thanks, Nicole. Thank you, Pam. All right, so I'm just going to ink this up with my Memento, and I'm going to just stamp that down, and I'm going to put a good amount of pressure here. Because it's an acrylic plate, there's a little bit of give to it, so if you press down, it'll just give you a really nice clean cut. And actually this worked out really well, so I don't need to re-stamp that. But that's just one of the great things about the Stamparatus, is that it will allow you to re-stamp in the same spot so that you can get a really good crisp image. So now we're going to take the second stamp and we're going to fill in the flowers, and I'll show you how easy that is to do. So I'm just taking my polished pink And I'm going to start with this one here. This is, I think, the largest of the 3 flowers. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball that to make sure that it more or less fits onto that flower. Because it's a second step stamp, it's quite forgiving. So if you're off by a little, it's not going to really show. Okay? And then I'm going to stamp this one here. Thank you, Margaret Ann. I appreciate that. And then we'll do the last one here. Okay? So there we go. We've stamped all of our flowers. And now we're going to work with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now, let me just do a little plug for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is probably my most used tool, so I use it all the time. And tomorrow is a really, really good day to purchase this tool because you're gonna save on the shipping. So you'll be saving like $18, I think, in shipping. So it's a really good deal. So let me start by doing my die cutting. So I've already heat embossed the sentiment. So I basically just heat embossed this in white. And I did that in advance just because I knew I would be doing a lot of die cutting and stuff today. So I just wanted to make sure that that was done. And because I like to be efficient, I'm also going to do the leaves while I'm die cutting. Okay, so everything's going through in one pass. Let's hope it stays where it's supposed to. Otherwise, I'll be heat embossing again. Ooh. Okay, I think it looks good. Let me move all of this off. Let me move this out of the way for a second. And we've got our greeting here. That's all done. Okay. And then I have my little leaf die cuts. So you can see that by taking it through once, it's cut out 2 of these really intricate leaves. And I'm only going to be using 1 on my card. But it's super quick and easy when it does that. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to get ready to do some embossing. And then we'll also use the die and the embossing folder together. So I've got a layer of basic white. And I'm just going to emboss this because this is going to be the background of my card. So I'm just lining it up like so. And I'm going to place that there and grab my specialty plate. So because this is a dynamic or a 3D embossing folder, you want to use your gray plate that will come with your cut and emboss machine. Okay, so I'm just going to roll that through. And so we've got our embossed piece. So again, I just want to show you how detailed and the depth in it. And if you look on the other side, you can also use the debossed side on your card and it'll still look beautiful. So look at the detail on the leaves. It's so fine. And then the etching on the flowers. It's just gorgeous. I love this embossing folder. Okay. Now, let me move this out of the way because I just want to show you how this die kind of clips into the embossing folder, okay? So we've got these 3 flowers here, and you just want to match it up, okay? And then you just press down, and it actually will sit in the embossing folder. I really hope this works. Yes, it does. So see how it's not moving around? Isn't that so neat? Like it's... Ooh, if I turn it upside down, I'm scared it's gonna fall. So then once you've got that positioned in there, you're going to take your cardstock that's stamped and just match that up. Okay, so you're gonna match it up with the embossing folder and the die. So now I've got everything neatly packaged in here, and I'm going to bring back my cut and emboss machine. So see how I've used this 4 times on my card? I couldn't live without this. This is why I actually bought the starter kit in the beginning, because I just needed to have this tool in my life and I needed a way to get my products at a discount. So, all right, so here we go. Are you guys ready for this? I feel like I need like a bit of a drum roll here because it's so pretty. I can't even handle it. I've done this a few times and I can't even handle how pretty these are. So let me just pull these out and I'm going to show you the detail on these. Okay. All right. So let me hold this up a bit closer. Why am I all crooked? Oh my goodness. I'm a hot mess here. Okay, so when I show this up close, hopefully you can see all of the details. So it's embossed and die cut the flower all in one pass. And you guys have probably heard me talk about how I love efficiency and how I do call myself a bit of a lazy stamper. So if I can do 2 steps in one fell swoop, I am here for it. I love that. Okay, so that is, oh, Nicole, thank you for the drum roll. I had to look really closely to see what emoji that was. Now I see. Okay, so that's all there is to doing all the die cutting. I have now lost my greetings, so hold the phone. Here we go. Okay, so we are now going to start to put our card together. And I'm going to hope that I have enough adhesive left in here. And if not, then I might have to switch to my liquid glue. So I am just putting a strip. I'm putting long strips here because of the deep embossing of this piece of cardstock. You want to make sure that it's going to stick down nicely. So when you're going to stick down, you're going to match it along 3 sides. So I'm looking at the left side here and the top and the bottom and making sure that I have about the same distance. And then I'm going to lay it down and then just smooth it out with my hands. Okay, so that's just going to make sure that it sits down nicely and isn't kind of popping up along the edges. And then I'm taking a piece of, this is from the Playful Pattern Party paper pack. This is a Host item. It's a massive pack of paper. I think there's 48 sheets. And on one side you have all these fun black and white patterns. And then on the other side you have all sorts of other different colored patterns. And it's just a super pretty and cool and huge pack of paper that just doesn't end. There's so many paper patterns in there. Okay, so let's get our flowers positioned. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to be tucking one under, and then I'm going to do this one over. Okay, I'm not going to actually use all 3 flowers. I'm just going to use 2 of them, and I'm going to use dimensionals to stick the flowers down. So let's start with this one here, and I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals down here, and I'm going to lay that down kind of around there. Okay, and then I'm going to take 2 more dimensionals, and I'm going to put them here because I want to make sure that I'm not doing kind of dimensional over dimensional, otherwise it'll be too uneven. And then I'm going to stick that down like so. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to hold that there for a second because I want the leaf to get tucked in here. And if I put a dimensional down there, it's going to make it hard for me to tuck the leaf in. So let me do the leaf first, and I'm just going to use a glue dot for this. Oh, thank you, Margaret Ann. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're just going to tuck that back here. Okay, and then I can take my last set of dimensionals and put one kind of in the middle, and then one towards the side, and then just kind of cover the top corner of the little label here. Okay, so that is it for that. Thank you, Pam. Yes, there's so much texture and pattern on this card. And you know what, I tend to be a simple, I think I would consider myself a simple stamper, but with this particular bundle, there's just so many different possibilities and things that you can do with it that I felt like I just wanted to do kind of a little bit of a stepped up card. But I hope that you could see that you have options with this bundle. You can do some real simple ones, and then you can step it up and add some different techniques. You can also color the flowers with Stampin' Blends. You can use water painters. You can use the new soft pastels. So there's so many different possibilities and techniques. You can do fancy fold cards with these. You can do treat packaging. You can do small little mini note cards. Like, there's just so many different things that you can do. The possibilities are endless. So this is definitely one that I would recommend. I love it. I love the greetings. I love all of it. Okay, so let's tuck that under there. Maybe I should have done that before I stuck down my greeting, but let's hope this works. So I'm just using linen thread here. I would have maybe considered using my white baker's twine from the combo pack, but if you saw my craft room, you might understand why it's hard to find that right now. I can't find it. It's somewhere hiding in a basket or something. So that is the linen thread bow, and I'm just going to trim the ends here. Okay, and clear off some of this mess. And then the last thing that we want to do, I'm still super crooked. It's making me, I don't know, it's really bugging me. I hope you guys are okay. And so I'm going to take my matte black dots. I was so happy when these carried over from the, I was so happy to see that they were carrying over into our annual catalog because I love them. I love black and white. And so this embellishment just goes so nicely with it. So the matte black dots are going to be our finishing touch on this card. And then we'll be all done. That was fast. I should have made another card, although I am going to do something with my envelope. So you're not getting rid of me that quickly. What do you guys think? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Let me show you. I do this often, but because I don't want to leave you guys, I'm just going to prolong this and, you know, do some extra things. I should even make another card maybe. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and I'm going to go close to the edge of the flap. I should have told you the measurements of this piece of designer series paper. This measures 2.5 by 6 inches. Okay, so ahead of time I just measured the width and the length of the flap and just made sure that I had a piece of paper that was wide enough to cover that. I'm going to just flip this around so that I can see what I'm doing. I have a feeling I'm going to run out of Stampin' Seal like now. Well, this might work. Okay, I think I have enough. Then you just take your piece of designer series paper and then you line it up with the seam of the envelope. Okay, you just line it up like that, and then when you flip it over, you use the flap as your guide for trimming off the excess. Okay, so I'm just going to use my paper snips. So I was asked, one of my YouTube followers was asking what to do with all of the designer series paper that she has. So she has mounds and mounds of it and is wanting to use it up so that she can actually purchase some of the newer designer series papers. So one of the tricks that I like to do is I'll take my designer series paper pack and I cut it into, like I often will buy at least 2 packs. So one of them I will cut into 5 1/4 by 4 inch pieces so that I can use them as quick and easy card layers. Okay, but this is another trick that you can do, because if you're using your designer series paper on your card, there's no reason why you can't use it on your envelope as well. So you'll have a coordinated look, but you'll also be using up some of your designer series paper so you can make room for more. All right, so let me bring the other cards back in. So we've got our coordinating envelope, which matches the, oh, you know what I forgot is to, see you guys, I don't want to let you go. So I just wanted to put a little insert because it is polished pink and that's a bit of a dark color. So you want to put this down here. You could also take a little strip of designer series paper and then just put it across the bottom. You could stamp a flower on the inside. There is a stamp in this set that says "Dear Friend," and so I like that whole sentiment that says "You are a rare find, dear friend." So let me stamp that on the inside. This is the live that never ends, guys. I hope you're okay with that. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. So I'm just going to grab my memento. I probably should have done this before I stuck it down because, you know, there's 2 sides to every piece of paper. And let's see. There you go. Not too shabby. So now the card says, "You are a rare find, dear friend." So I love that. And so now I've used all the greetings in the set and I'm going to show you all the cards. Polished pink and basic black. Yes, love it, love it. Okay, so you want to see the other cards? Here is the first one that I had shown you, which is using just the note card and the envelope. Really, really simple, but super pretty. This was card number 2 that I showed you where, like I said, you just put a panel. Again, this is a really good way to use up your designer series paper. So you could make 4 cards like this with 1 sheet of designer series paper if you cut it the full size of the card, okay? So that's using the fresh freesia, a little bit of black and white here, and then here is the other one that I had shown you that was inspired by the catalog. So these are just some ideas for things that you can do with the new Art in Bloom suite, or bundle, I should say. I definitely would encourage you to get the dies and the embossing folder while they come together, but the bundle is definitely really, really good value, especially if you purchase it tomorrow with the free shipping. So this will, it'll save you a lot of money. So just as a reminder, free shipping tomorrow, June 24th. Minimum order of $65 will get you free shipping. If you place your order with me using the host code that is in the description box, you will also get a package of the soft pastels assortment, and you will get an exclusive video tutorial showing you different ways that you can use these and some different projects that you can make. So please let me know if you have any questions. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks, Elizabeth. What a nice compliment. Black and white is super on trend, so so I appreciate the compliment. It's just I'm always drawn to black and white with pops of color, so it's something that you'll see a lot from me. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a great night. And oh, Betty, that's so nice. Thanks, Arlene. Oh, you just made my night, Betty. Thank you. I really appreciate the compliment. So I hope you guys have a great night and do something fun for National Pink Day. Have a pink drink or have a pink cookie or something. There's a few hours left here. Can I show you the pastels on Sunday? Beth, I will try. Let me just see. I've written down a few ideas for things that I wanted to do for my next couple of Facebook Lives, but I will see if I can incorporate that. But like I said, it is going to be an exclusive tutorial with the soft pastels. And actually all of my exclusive tutorials are, I share them with my team for free. So Beth, even if I don't do a Facebook Live on Sunday with them, you'll definitely get that tutorial for free anyway, okay? So I hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you, and I'm always grateful that you spend your time with me and that you engage and you chat, and I appreciate all the love and the compliments. So thanks so much, everybody, and we will see you back here on Sunday morning for Coffee and a Card Facebook Live, and I hope you all have a great rest of the week. Happy crafting. Bye.